All right, so I really don't have much to talk about. I made some videos talking about, when I first got into the church and all these other things. I just don't know about posting them because my story is closely associated with my mother and father, you know what I mean? So the last thing I want to do is not honor them by saying something, whether it's the truth, whether it's my, facts for my life. It's just, out of everything, I just try to be real careful with that. Very, very careful with that. But yeah, everything is everything. Who is it? Oh, I don't even. But yeah. So, just know that it's not an easy thing when your parents aren't involved with the Most High only. You know what I'm saying? When they are deeply rooted in the church, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. You're going to go to hell. Like you're a witch. All these things, to be honest with you. And I just pretty much was like, you know what? It don't matter what they think about me. It matters. My reaction is what matters. So even if I'm calm and they still acting like I'm saying something so off the wall, sometimes I can't get that point across. You know what I mean? I said what I said to them already, as far as life, as far as the Most High, as far as Jesus being fake. You know what I'm saying? It's up to them to go that next step. I'm not here to keep trying to drill nothing in nobody's head or anything like that. So I'm just here to keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? And that's my father and my mother. You know what I'm saying? So there's a different level of, understanding that I have to go through, that I've been going through, in order to find balance on how to, when to, or what to do. Do I keep the relationship? All these things, and it just being the bottom line of honor your father and your mother and me, and it's just coming back to that regardless. Yeah, so with that being said, that's pretty much why I really don't be having the energy for anybody else who don't say that they're Yah only. You know what I'm saying? Like, technically, I don't have to deal with you in no kind of way. Not evil, not nice, not nothing. If you're not Yah only, like, because that's what makes a person my kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? Them being Yah only, my mother and father being Yah only, it don't matter which way it go. They still my mother and father. I still have to honor them. And I'm thinking back about the book of Yasha with Abraham and how he was in his father's house, after being in the cave for so long, and his father was worshiping, the 12 gods of the months, 11, 12, whatever, each day, and God that's named the day of the week or whatever back then. And, he was like, I want to prepare a feast. Dad, I want to prepare a feast for your people so they could eat. Matter of fact, he told his mother. And she was like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, I want them to eat. So he put the food in front of them, and, came back. He said they didn't eat the food. And he was so upset. He was like, why didn't they eat the food? And he started smashing all the gods. And so when his father, came, he was upset. Abraham ran. You know what I'm saying? He didn't sit up there and still, try to fight and be like, yeah, I smashed your gods and what? You know what I'm saying? Nah, like, yo, let me get low. You know what I'm saying? He didn't try to go toe-to-toe with his dad, no matter if he knew, oh, the who I serve, you know what I'm saying, is real. You know what I'm saying? But he ran out of that house until things was calm. You know what I mean? And that's the main scripture that I have, Yasher, as far as Abraham's life, as to how to deal with my mother and father, because Abraham was living in the land of the Chaldeans, if I'm not mistaken, and you know, his mother and father worshipped those other gods, and he was called in the midst of the land of the Chaldeans. Things worked differently for him amongst other people. It was a situation where the birds would come and take the seed as soon as the farmers dropped it. But Abraham, when he was on the scene, he ran up and told the birds, get away from there, and they listened to him. And everybody was like, oh, shoot, you know what I'm saying? Abraham, you got to stay out here. So everybody would call for Abraham to come while they drop their seeds in the ground, so that they know that their seed will be able to, you know, go in the ground or whatever. So yeah, so they was calling to Abraham like, yo, get over here. We need you every time. And he did that for a while. And, you know, after a while, it was time for him to go. You know what I'm saying? So people already knew, like, there was something different about him. You know, first of all, there was a hit on his head. You know, I don't know if they mention that in the New Testament, because they take out a whole bunch of stuff. It's a lie. But in the Torah, the Old Testament, they mention how Abraham, or the book of Yasha, they mention how King Herod was trying to off with his head. He had a dream. He had a dream about one star swallowing 5 other stars, and asked the magistrates, you know, what the dream meant. They told him, listen, a baby about to be born. And that baby is going to rule over you and take over your kingdom, take over everything. He was like, oh, we got to kill him. We got to go ahead and kill all the babies, all the firstborns, you know, all the babies being born. You know what I'm saying? So, TANAHK, which is Abraham's father, took him into a cave, and he stayed there with his mother, I believe, for 40 years. I don't think he got out that cave till he was 40. And it might have been 71. I don't know. But by the time he went into Noah and Shem's house, he might have been like 71 or something like that. But I know that he was like 10 years older than his wife, Sarai. Yeah, so that's really that. So if anybody is struggling with, you know, parents and relationships with them, you know, with believing, they act like it's two different things. Or like as if you don't believe a little bit of what they believe. You know what I'm saying? Like as if you're just totally off your noodles, your nuggets. But yeah, if you're struggling with what to do or how to move, just be you. You know, you don't have to. That's why it's important not to be religious. You know what I'm saying? If they bring the conversation up, so be it. 9 times out of 10, that conversation ain't gonna go too far, because they ain't going to be able to handle it. That Christian spirit get up in there and start bringing up all this other random stuff, and tries to get you off course of what the original topic was, and make you feel like you the one who brought it up, when really you didn't even, you was just trying to say hello. You know what I'm saying? So anybody struggling with that, look in Yasher. That's one of the missing books. I believe that book is quoted in Jeremiah. Don't quote me. But yeah, I think that book is quoted in Jeremiah. So yeah, I'm about to call it a night, y'all. Y'all be easy. Pray. Well, ask, invoke the Most High is what I would say. I've been trying to work on that, not using that word. You know, whatever little piece of information I have, I check it out. If it's valid, I'm going to go ahead and try to correct that thing right away. You know what I'm saying? I am a little hard-headed in some areas. But for the most part, I'm a child of Yah, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And when my Father allows me to have his spirit in order to handle a situation instead of my childlike one, people get really confused. And it just is what it is. That's why I love my Father in heaven. That's why I'm rocking with him forever and ever and ever and ever, no matter what. Because ain't nobody loyal like the Most High. Ain't nobody faithful like the Most High. Don't nobody come through like the Most High Yahuah of hosts of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Nobody. Nobody compares, period. You know what I'm saying? His robe is what's going to be drenched in blood from trampling nations with his bare feet. Like as if he was making cranberry juice or something, or some jam. I think that's in Isaiah. Might be Isaiah or Proverbs. Not Proverbs. Psalms. David. So yeah, I just love the Most High. And, you know, things happen today that try to get me down. And for the first time, I laughed. I cried, then I laughed. It was a quiet cry. Then, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, and then I laughed, and I was like, "This what? Like this what we doing?" It was amazing to me. I thought, you know, I just thought it was over with. You know what I'm saying? I thought like, yeah, I thought wrong. And today, all I could do was laugh because I just seen everything. And it was just like, dang. People was really mixy, you know what I'm saying? People was really, really mixy. And I had a feeling today. I'm like, yo, mad little stuff is probably going to happen today. Because this feels like an attack. And I was like, but I'm not about to sit up in this house. That's what I'm not about to do. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, but if I go out there, you know, somebody have, yeah, you got me. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Cars. This one car, I was just bumping to my music. You know what I'm saying? Just bumping and having a good time. This one car on purpose stopped, was looking at me, stopped like, oh, and tried to signal to people in front of us to go ahead and go. He stopped at the green light before it even turned yellow to do that because he saw me behind him with my signal on to turn right. And you could turn right on red, but if the person in front of you was going straight, you got to wait for the light. So he does that. And I peep, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of little stuff was happening today. You know what I'm saying? Even as, let me just focus. So I peep. And I just started rocking even harder. Right in the mirror, like, what's up? Like, I already know what you doing. I started praying, like, yo, you know, I started invoking the Most High and just bumping to my music. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When it was time for me, when it was the green light came back on and it was time for me to go, he took a long time to go, and I knew he would. Like, what, you think I'm just bumping and I'm not paying attention? Okay. So I knew he would do that, so I waited. And I took a long time before I went. The person behind me probably was like, this little... So then, I ain't gonna lie. When I make that right turn, I stuck up my middle finger and stuck my tongue out. What? I don't even give a fuck, but fuck you. Yeah, like that. You know what I'm saying? Not even... I wasn't even mad. It was just like, you know what? This for you. This for you, boo. Y'all forgive me. You know what I'm saying? And earlier today, you know, I'm in the store. Lady comes in, you know what I'm saying? It's hot. You know what I'm saying? It is real hot. But, you know, she got on this tight, skin tight dress. I probably look like I went to church or something. Like, not like really church, but like maybe, I don't know, the pants I had on was like swishy kind of pants. You know, I just looked like maybe I was going for a picnic or no. I looked like I was going for like a field trip with my child. Like we were supposed to go on a field trip or something. I can't explain it. And so She looked like she was going to the club. But her dress, I guess it was making her hot. And she was kind of like, who? And I thought we was having a moment. But then I was like, I just did not feel the vibe of nobody fucking with me today. I'm like, all right, y'all not fucking with me. I'm not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit up here and be smiling in people's face and, hey, how you doing? And I'm not feeling that vibe from everybody else. I'm not feeling that energy. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to the atmosphere. I'm like, that's not the vibe today. You know what I'm saying? It's just a real weird vibe. And I just was, you know, the Most High allowed me to see it. So the lady, she looking at me a kind of way. I'm just like, you know, my baby girl. We open up a freezer and we're looking in there for some juice. She opens the freezer next to us, but she has this big buggy and it's in the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I wanted to just open the door. I didn't even really feel nothing. And now thinking about it, of course, I could say I just wanted to open the door and slam it. But what I really wanted to do was say, yo, what's good with you? You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. I was just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just walked around the other way. You know what I'm saying? Then I walk around the other way and I'm at the register and I'm checking out. And this guy is like pretty much on my back. I'm like, he's on my back. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Am I really, you know, is this really happening? So, you know, I already got baby girl, you know what I'm saying? She on the other side of me. So I'm like, yo, yeah, I rebuke all that, this, and the third. So the lady checking me out. And you know how when you get to the end and say, are you satisfied, highly satisfied? And it has all these faces, smiley faces, red faces if you wasn't satisfied. So I told the nigga, because that's what he is. I said, can you press highly satisfied for me? He said, what? I said, go ahead and press highly satisfied for me since you all right here. He was like, oh, my bad. Yeah, I said, yeah, handle that. He was like, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, matter of fact, you put your card in. You know what I'm saying? You over here rushing me with $1 in your hand. Like, not trying to, you know, come down on nobody, but you're buying something for $1. You could have been like, yo, put all of this on hers or put all of hers on mine, or I don't know. It's just, if you're going to be like that, you better be ready to pay. Because I'm the type of individual, if you're going to rush me while I'm sitting here trying to half pay with this, half pay with that, do what I got to do, you know what I'm saying? You could go ahead and pay for my shit if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely will. I'll be like, oh, nah, just put that all on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a rush. You know what I'm saying? That's how you move. I don't understand. But, yeah, today was weird. But I got through it, and I went through it on purpose. Like, I was like, no, I'm not about to sit here and move in fear. No, I'm going to have a good day. And we had a wonderful day. We had an extremely wonderful day. Even though it was hot, even though people was acting funny, I didn't care. It was like the music on the radio was on point. The Most High knew. It was like he was playing the songs from my playlist. I was like, you turn it up for me. You allow me, you like turn up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like, oh. You know, it was just a real good day. So yeah, I'm about to go in the house. Deuce, deuce. Deuce, deuce, papa deuce.